Just because celebrities have millions of dollars and are famous doesn't mean that they don't get involved in some really shady stuff. Here are 10 celebrities who committed horrible crimes. Number 10 is Hugh Grant. On June 27, 1995, the then 34-year-old actor and star of 4 Weddings and a Funeral, Hugh Grant, was driving around Hollywood, California's Sunset Strip when he happened to spot Divine Brown working a street corner. Flagging her down, Grant offered her $50 for a sexual act that she promptly accepted. Unfortunately for the pair, they were found after just 20 minutes in Grant's car by a pair of police officers who only noticed them because the actor kept accidentally hitting the brakes, which flashed the lights on the back of the car. After being arrested and charged with performing lewd acts in a public place, the pair were released. But while Grant lost his girlfriend, Elizabeth Hurley, and the respect of his peers, Divine became famous, with every news agency wanting to speak with her. This netted the now ex-prostitute over $1 million. Who says crime doesn't pay? Number 9 is Tim Allen. It's probably hard to picture the last man standing, Santa Claus, or Buzz Lightyear dealing in transporting drugs, but it's a sad reality that the man who plays all 3 of them actually did. On October 2nd, 1978, the now world-famous movie and television star Tim Allen was arrested at Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport in Portage, Michigan, due to the actor being in possession of over 650 grams of cocaine. Allen actually confessed to all charges, admitting that he was a drug trafficker and had a number of connections in the illegal industry. So, for time off of a sentence, which otherwise would have taken up most of his life that he had left, he gave the authorities the names of several other dealers. Allen wound up with a sentence of 3 to 7 years, but only actually served 2 years and 4 months of it before being released. Today, the actor has been clean and sober for over 20 years.
I used to be a drug trafficker.
Number 8 is Will Smith. In West Philadelphia, born and raised, getting arrested is how I spent most of my days. Yep. Turns out that even the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is guilty of a pretty heavy crime. In February of 1989, just days after winning the very first Grammy for Best Rap Performance alongside DJ Jazzy Jeff, up-and-coming artist The Fresh Prince, better known today as Will Smith, was out on the town in Philly when he came across record promoter William Hendrix, and the two began arguing for an unknown reason. After the argument escalated, Smith reportedly ordered his bodyguard, Charles Alston, to mess the promoter up, which, of course, Alston did. Hendrix was taken to the hospital where he received 6 stitches and nearly lost his sight in his left eye due to a fracture in the eye orbit sustained during the beating. Smith was arrested and spent the night in jail, signing autographs for fellow inmates before being released. Big Willie style, how dare you, man? I loved you. Makes me so sad. Number 7 is Kobe Bryant. On July 1st, 2003, NBA star Kobe Bryant, shooting guard for the Los Angeles Lakers, was staying at a hotel in Eagle, Colorado, while he awaited knee surgery, when he was engaged in an affair with a 19-year-old hotel staffer who would later reveal that their encounter was not consensual. Bryant, of course, told authorities that while he was having sex with the accuser, she absolutely agreed to it. However, tests done on the woman revealed vaginal damage, which is often caused by forced entry. Bryant was arrested on July 4th, 2003, and brought up on charges of sexual assault, which would ultimately cost him endorsement deals, jersey sales, and nearly cost him his relationship with his wife. However, on September 4th, 2004, before the trial could begin, the accuser announced that she wouldn't testify and the charges were thrown out. Shortly after, Bryant settled with the woman in civil court for an undisclosed amount. Ooh, man, these athletes gotta be careful, man. They be losing that Sprite money. Ain't no woman worth that. Number 6 is Charlie Sheen. When a person is winning with tiger blood in their veins, is it really a surprise that they may be even a little bit dangerous? Well, that's definitely the case with television and film actor Charlie Sheen, whose antics have kept him in the public eye, though not in the way that he likely wanted. Sheen has had a long history with lawbreaking, going back to January of 1990 when he accidentally shot his then fiancée, Kelly Preston, in the arm. In December of 1996, he was arrested after assaulting his then girlfriend, porn star Brittany Ashland. He was arrested on probation but violated it in 1998 by using cocaine and other drugs. Then he was arrested in December of 2009 after physically abusing his then wife, Brooke Mueller, in Aspen, Colorado. Sheen has enjoyed a life of domestic abuse, alcohol, and drugs, and the list pretty much only continues to grow at this point. Soon you're gonna probably hear something about him doing stuff with animals, but I really hope not, because that's disturbing. Number 5 is R. Kelly. There's a lot of icky, illegal stuff surrounding Robert Sylvester Kelly, better known in the music industry as R. Kelly. Literally dozens of young women have come forward over the last few decades with claims of having sexual relationships with him while they were under the age of 18, some as young as 14, and many of them with video evidence. But while Kelly maintains his stance that he's been falsely accused, there are a number of odd factors behind why he's still a free man today. The most alarming occurred in January of 2003. After police searched Kelly's Davenport, Florida home, he was arrested when images of a young girl engaging in sexual activities with the singer were found hidden in a gym bag. However, these charges had to be dropped in March of 2004 due to authorities not having probable cause that justified the search warrants being carried out. Man, oh man, technicalities, they save all kinds of jail time. Number 4 is P. Diddy. On June 22nd, 2015, in Los Angeles, California, Sean P. Diddy Combs was watching his son Justin Combs practice on the football field where he played for the UCLA Bruins, when he noticed his strength and conditioning coach, Sal Alosi, seemed to be mistreating him, pushing him harder than he needed to. After confronting Alosi in the coach's office, the exchange became extremely heated, and Diddy lost it, picking up a kettlebell, a heavyweight training instrument, and swinging it wildly at the man. A short time later, police arrested Combs after watching security footage of the incident. However, UCLA staff and head coach Jim Mora quickly asked that the charges be dropped due to the negative impact a court case might have on the program. Just days later, it was announced that Combs would face no criminal charges at all. However, UCLA did ask that he be banned from the field. Well, yeah, I would imagine so. The man's got some serious rage aggression. Number 3 is Mark Wahlberg. Before he was a movie star, Mark Wahlberg was the frontman for Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch between 1989 and 1993, and before that, he was a criminal. As a teen, Mark was frequently caught shouting racial slurs and even assaulting people of ethnicity in his hometown of Boston, Massachusetts. But the worst case came when he was 16 years old, when he viciously beat Tana Lam, a middle-aged Vietnamese man, with a wooden stick until he was unconscious. Upon fleeing the scene, Mark came across another Vietnamese man, Hoa Trinh, who he punched in the eye and, according to accounts, permanently blinded him. Wahlberg was arrested and charged with attempted murder, but confessed to assault, only serving 45 days of his 2-year sentence. But luckily for Marky Mark, it turns out the assault didn't blind Mr. Trinh, as the man was actually blinded earlier during the Vietnam War by enemy soldiers. Well, looks like Marky Mark didn't always have those good vibrations! Oh my god, I'm sorry, I will never do that again. Number 2 is JayZ. Though he may be married to the Queen Bee herself, Hip-hop artist and rapper JayZ hasn't always been a stand-up citizen. Also known by his actual name, Sean Corey Carter, JayZ has stepped pretty far into the bad side of the law, once going as far as to actually try to take a life. That life was record executive Lance Rivera's, who Jay thought had bootlegged his 4th studio album, Volume 3 Life and Times of S. Carter, and wanted some revenge for it. On the night of December 1st, 1999, while at the release party for Q-Tip's debut solo album Amplified at the Kit Kat Club in Times Square, New York City, Carter had his friends cause a distraction while he took out a 5-inch blade and stabbed Rivera in the stomach with it. However, instead of being put away for attempted murder, JayZ got away with a misdemeanor charge and 3 years probation. Well, I guess a little stabby is okay if you've got good lyrical content. And number 1 is Matthew Broderick. On August 5th, 1987, Matthew Broderick and his girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Grey, were vacationing in Ireland when they decided to rent a red BMW and drive around. Of course, unlike the United States, where the actor was from, people drive on the left-hand side of the road instead of the right. Unfortunately, this fact must have escaped Broderick's mind for a moment because he found himself swerving onto the other side of the road where 28-year-old Anna Gallagher and her mother, 63-year-old Margaret Daughtry, were cruising along in a brown Volvo. And the two cars collided, instantly killing Anna and Margaret, while Gray and Broderick received only minor injuries. Broderick was initially charged with death caused by dangerous driving, but somehow those charges were dropped in favor of a careless driving charge and a $175 fine. Yeah, seems totally reasonable because he's, you know, famous. Hey guys, Matthew Santoro here. Thank you so much for watching this. If you enjoyed it, give a big old slappity slap to that like button. I really would appreciate it. It lets me know you care and helps out with the video. So let me know if you want to see more of these. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Peace and love.